Greetings everyone, I hope you all are doing well. I am my host and recently I have worked on a Business Insights 360 project for AtliQ Hardware. Before I begin with the project dashboard, let's understand a bit about AtliQ Hardware, its background, its problems and its business model. Well, AtliQ Hardware is a rapidly growing computer hardware company based in India that primarily sells PCs, accessories and other hardware devices. AtliQ is currently facing challenges to maintain vast amount of data on Excel-based analysis and 6 advanced analytical methods that will help in effective reporting to gain insights that enables data-driven decision. Now let's move on to the business model. AtliQ has a manufacturing hub that manufactures the products. From this manufacturing hub, the products are being shipped to a centralized warehouse. From this warehouse, these products are then being shipped to different customers. Now, AtliQ sells its products to various customers such as Chroma stores, Best Buy, Flipkart, and Staples. Then these customers then sell these products to the end consumers. And consumers are people like you and me. Now, what are the various platforms on which AtliQ sells its product? These are primarily brick and mortar, like Chroma stores and Best Buy. These are basically the offline stores and e-commerce platform such as Amazon or Flipkart. What are the various channels through which AtliQ sells their products? AtliQ sells their products through retailers such as Chroma stores or Amazon. They also have this direct channel such as AtliQ Exclusive, AtliQ e-stores, through which they can sell their products. And in some countries such as in China or South Korea, due to some government regulations, they are not able to sell their products directly. So in those countries, they sell their products to a distributor such as Neptune is one of them. Now let's move to the data modeling. For this VR 360 project, I have gathered the data from multiple sources such as Excel file, CSV files, and even from AtliQ database. And then I performed the necessary data cleaning and data transformation step, and then established the relationships between these 15 different tables to ensure that the data is accurate and no redundant data is available to ensure the smooth and effective analysis. Let's move on to the dashboard finally. So this is the dashboard homepage. Here you can see the information button. If you click on this, you get the information like system data is of the tool is refreshed on every 5th of every month and other information. Also, you can find support. If someone who is completely new to Power BI, they can hover to this button and will be directed to the Microsoft Power BI documentation page. Now let's see the various different views we have in this homepage. These different views are for different departments of AtliQ. Let's move to the finance view. In finance view, we can see we have a filter pane, and this filter pane is available across the different views. Here we can filter the data by benchmarks like previous years, KPIs, targets. We also have a filter by year, filter by quarter, filter by year to date, or year to go. And these KPIs are net sales, gross margin percentage, and net profit. Here, the green accent bar indicates a positive performance, whereas the net accent bar indicates not so good performance. Here we have an area chart that indicates the net sales performance for each financial year. We can see the data from 2021 financial year, 2022 financial year against the benchmark and also against the targets. Then if we also have this matrix visual that shows the profit and loss statement for AtliQ for each of the years. We also have another matrix visual that shows the net sales performance region wise and market wise. And also one that shows product segment wise and various different categories. Moving on to the sales view. Here we have a customer performance and a product performance. We can click on this button to see the product performance. Here you can see some values are highlighted for products. The values that are highlighted in red for products and for customers are those who have failed to meet the gross margin percentage. Also, when we hover across this, you can see a tooltip that shows the net sales and gross margin for each of these products and each of the customers. From this, we can see that across various years, Amazon and AtliQ Exclusive have consistently contributed most to the net sales. Now, this is a scatter plot chart that shows the sales performance metrics for various markets. Here, we also have a slicer to show the markets considering the tolerance gap of gross margin. Say if the stakeholder wants to see the markets which have failed to meet the gross margin percentage by 4% or more. So if you select this, then you'll get the market that have failed to meet this criteria. Now we have this donut chart that indicates the unit economics. Wow, we have pre-invoice deduction of about 23%, then total post-invoice deduction for 25%, and net sales close to about 50%. Net sales is again further breakdown into total costs and gross margin. Now moving to the marketing view. In the marketing view, we have again a couple of matrix visual that shows the segment performance and category performance. In the segment performance, you can see the notebook segments as the highest demand. Also in the category segment, you can see the business laptop contributes most to the net sales and also in part. And by region and market performance, click over this button to see the regions that contributes most to the sales. APAC Asia Pacific region contributes most, while most of the markets and regions are in losses, barring a few one, Norway, Pakistan, Spain. Spain has the highest profit of 7.7%. Now, again, let's view this one. This is another scatter chart that shows the net performance metrics, uh, net profit performance metrics for various divisions. And when we click on this, we also get the gross margin performance metrics for various divisions. It's different years. You can see gross margin for 2021. The targets were not set by the company, so here we don't have the target benchmark for gross margin percentage. And for net profit percentage, we have we have the data similar to the last year. Again, we have this donut chart that shows the net sales breakdown into gross margin and total COGS. And here in this chart, we can see that operational expenses are exceeding this gross margin value, and due to which the losses are occurring. And since AtliQ is a rapidly expanding company, so they are occurring losses. Now let's move to the supply chain view. In this supply chain view, you can see we have again three different KPIs. One is the forecast accuracy. One is the forecast accuracy that shows 80.2%, net error minus 0.75, and ABS error, absolute error that is. Now high forecast accuracy percentage indicates that the company is performing well and the forecasted measure are closer to the actual demand, whereas a negative net error indicates underestimation, whereas a positive net error indicates overestimation, and a lower ABS error indicates better performance, whereas a higher absolute error indicates not so good performance. Here you can see that the absolute error is lower than the previous year, and hence the green accent bar. Now in this chart, we can see the accuracy, forecast accuracy. One interesting view is for the 2020 year. You can see in the March to May period of 2020, the net error value is in positive, and that indicates an overestimation. Now that is also due to the fact that it was a COVID lockdown during that period, and for that reason, here we can see the overestimated values. Again, we have these two different metrics visual that show the key metrics for different customers and different products. Now here the risks are being highlighted. Most of the customers are seen, and also most of the products are seen to face a risk of stockouts, that is out of stock, and some of them are also facing issues like excess inventory. Now let's move on to the products view. This products view was requested by the sales director to identify the top 5 and the bottom 5 products by highest growth margin percentage in each of the top 5 markets by revenue. So the top 5 markets by revenue are Canada, India, South Korea, United Kingdom, and USA. And each of these markets, we can see that AQ 5000 series has the highest gross margin percentage. Whereas in these two visuals, that is a column chart visual, we can see the top customers and the bottom 5 customers who offer the most and the least discount. For each of the top 5 markets, we can see Amazon offering a high discount. In South Korea, we have an interesting case where the top 5 customers and the bottom 5 customers are the same, and that is due to the fact that in South Korea we only have 5 customers. For that reason, we have the top customers and the bottom customers as the same. Now let's move on to the executive view. Here we have 4 different KPIs that represents the historical data for AtliQ. Since its beginning in 2018, the net sales has grown exponentially, gross margin percentage, net profit percentage, and forecast accuracy. The forecast accuracy has been around that 80% mark. Now this bar chart shows the revenue contribution by different divisions and channel. The retailer channel has contributed most to the revenue, and by division, we can see the PCs, personal computer, have contributed most to the revenue. We have another metrics visual here that shows the top 5 customers and top 5 products that contributed most to the revenue. The top 5 customers together contributed to us 38.7% of revenue, and the top 5 products contributed to almost 18.7% of the revenue. In this metrics visual, we can see the subzonal performance where the net sales for each different subzone are seen and their revenue contribution and AtliQ's market share in each of these subzones. In the Southern European region, we can see AtliQ has the highest market share of 6.6%, and North America region has the highest revenue contribution. We also have this ribbon chart where we can see the revenue contribution for AtliQ and its competitors. Now, Dell has been the market dominant, whereas AtliQ has also gained a significant amount of market in 2022 from almost nothing back in 2020. Here we can also see this information button and the find several button, which is present across the different views. Now let's move on to the insights. From the finance view, we have seen that AtliQ's market share AtliQ's net sales has grown exponentially since its inception, and in 2022 fiscal year, it contributed to almost 350% growth in net sales. And due to the expansion for AtliQ, it is also witnessing losses almost every year. 2022, the loss was about 40%. Also, the sales period peaked during the festive season of October to December, and in that period, for each year, we have seen the sales has been peaked. So that's the most ideal period for AtliQ. And for the sales view, we have insights such as Amazon and AtliQ exclusive are the key customers, and the top selling product is AtliQ Home All-in-One 2Gen, with net sales of over $213 million in the last fiscal year 2022. For marketing department, the key insights are Asia Pacific region contributes most of the sales. Spain is the most profitable market with 7.7% of net profit. Most other markets are in losses. Notebook segment and business laptop category have the highest demand, and also operational expenses are consistently high due to the expansion. Now let's move to the supply chain. Forecast accuracy has consistently been around the 80% mark. However, most customers do face issues like out of stock, and also some products are out of stock, which results in a direct missed sales opportunity and could result in losing key consumers. But some customers also face with the issues of excess inventory, resulting in increased cost. From the products view, the insights are the top 5 markets are India, US, South Korea, United Kingdom, and Canada. And AQ 5000 series desktop processor is the product that has the highest gross margin percentage in almost all the top 5 markets. From the executive view, we can derive the insights that retail channel and PC divisions contribute mostly to the revenue, and the top 5 customers contributes to about 39% of the revenue. Amazon is the leading customer that contributes 13.6% to the revenue. AtliQ's market share have also grew in 2022 fiscal year to 5.9%. North America subzone is the highest contributor to the revenue, followed by India. In South Europe subzone, AtliQ's market share is the highest, with up to 6.6%. Now let's move on to the recommendations. Upon my analysis, I have come to these few recommendations for AtliQ that will help AtliQ to grow their business. And some of these are to continue evaluating the financial metrics for each year through profit and loss statements. During the market expansion period, if possible, we should try to optimize the operational expenses to minimize the losses. And during the big sales period of October to December, AtliQ could run promotional campaigns or social media contests to boost the sales and also acquire new customers. Optimize discount strategy, as some customers are offering pretty much high discounts, and AtliQ can also reward the customers that have better sales performance. South Korea, despite being the 3rd largest market, no new customers has been acquired in the last 4 years, and they only have 5 customers. So that's a key market where market expansion can be made and new customers can be acquired. Inventory levels can be optimized to reduce risks such as stockouts and excess inventory. Another recommendation would be to include cross-functional teams in the forecasting process, ensuring an effective planning to maximize the resource utilization and reduce further risks. In the Latin America region, surveys can be conducted to better understand the consumer behavior and focus only on those products that have the highest demand, ensuring a better market penetration. So that's all from the presentation. Thank you all for sticking around in the end, and do share your views, suggestions, and feedback in the comment section.